Third stop. It's not a pallet drop, I made this pallet. I've already talked about the whole ramping thing, as well as the pallet jack method. You know, the OG ramp. But we all know the ramp, it has its pros and its cons. Pros, you put the lift gate down, you pop the ramp up, you hop up in this bitch and you start taking out the product, right? But these, at least our ramps, these have the hydraulic struts on it. And it's a little bit heavier, and sometimes that shit is like kind of annoying to try and latch up with the holes. It's actually two cons, actually. It's the lift. Pull up to a stop, you can't really immediately take out the ramp. You have to, you know, you gotta put the lift down. You might have a slow lift, so you gotta put it all the way down, unfold it, and all the way down to the ground so you can simply access the ramp. But the pallet method, this is kind of controversial because you will be double touching these cases if you do the pallet jack method. You gotta put the product on a pallet, and then once you get it down, now you gotta, you know, touch it again to put on your hand truck. You'll have some days where you want to ramp, other days where you don't want to ramp. Today, I don't want to fucking ramp. Most of the time, you can get 2 sections done. I've already talked about this. You can get your dry and your fridge done. You just pulled up and you stack all that shit on there, you take it down, boom. You at the door, you over here slamming that shit in here. You can stack your hand truck so heavy, at least to maximum capacity. You don't have to worry about the fear of going down a ramp with that shit. That's the only con. You touching every single case twice. All right, so you see the beautiful sun is coming up. That's it. I got, they had 3 freezer and 1 little ice cream, which is right there, Blue Bunny. So on top of that, it's so much easier to just, like, once you finish, you close the door, right? So, you know, normally you line up with the arrow, but this shit, whatever the case is. So I line it up right. Now, if you're tall, just put that shit down, just sit down. Oop. And then immediately start folding. And here's time sped up. Here's the time, 12:17 p.m. So just afternoon. In total, I had 9 stops, 652 cases. I did have 1 stop that had like 1 case. It was a lifetime. Stupid shit. Met a Filiberto's, and yeah, man. Like I said, I'm not saying it's the fastest or faster. Sometimes it's cool to do.